welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. I want to say a big welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here, for coming back. I know that time is really precious, and so I really appreciate that you guys spend some of your precious time that you have here with me. So thank you for being here, and if you have found yourself here for the very first time, please join us. Pull yourself up a chair, grab some snacks, a cup of tea, and we'll have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather here at my table. So today's pick a card, we're looking at who is constantly thinking about you. So who has you on their mind all the time? Who could be thinking about you right this moment? I have 3 piles for you to choose from today. We have pile number 1 with the water card and the red jasper. Pile number 2 with the fire card and the yellow jasper. Pile number 3 with this earth card and the rose quartz. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting for you from spirit. These do not have to signify your sign or the sign that you think this person is. Just whatever element is actually calling your name right now. You can take a moment to pause the video and really reflect upon which pile is calling out to you. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into pile number 1. Again, we're looking at who is constantly thinking about you. Pile 1. Hello everybody. In pile number 1, you were drawn to the red jasper or to the water card here element, and this particular water element card talks about the need to connect and the forgiveness perhaps that is required or wanted or needed in the situation. So this person that has you on their mind right this moment, who is always thinking about you, has like a very desperate need to express something to you, and they feel like they want to rectify a past situation with you perhaps as well. There could also be a water element to your sign, to this person's signs as well. So please take it as it resonates to your situation. But let's get some information about this person in general. Who is this person who is thinking about you all of the time? I'm going to use the Rider-Waite for you for this group. And we'll look at some of what their thoughts are of you as well after we seek some answers to who this person is. So who is constantly thinking about you? Who could have you on their mind right this moment? So we have here the 5 of Wands and the Strength card. They're coming out together, so I'm going to group those together. Who is constantly thinking about you? Who has you on their mind right this moment? We have the Knight of Cups. So this person could definitely be a water sign here with the Knight of Cups. And they are somebody who, again, potentially didn't act towards you the way that they wished that they had in the past. So there could have been conflict between the two of you, but there was definitely insecurity and feelings of perhaps jealousy, not feeling like they were significant enough, and they perhaps didn't tame those fears in time in order to act towards you in a sort of timely way. We have the 3 of Cups. This person that is thinking about you all of the time could be someone from your past who is a friend. They could be even a current friend as well. And it could be that you may not be in like no contact with this person. It may not be the case at all. It may be that they just are afraid to express how they feel about you. Like they have this desperate need to connect with you in a very emotional way. So they may be very much connected with you in life as a current friendship or a current connection that wishes to be expanded. If you are in disconnect from this person, I feel like they didn't speak up in time. Who is constantly thinking about you? Who always has you on their mind? We definitely have Leo energy here as well with the Strength. So you could be the Leo in this scenario as well. We have the Magician. And we have the Empress. Back of the deck is the Sun. Definite Leo energy, and I feel like you may be the fire sign here because I feel like they could be the emotional one. You could be the fire, like the point of desire here, because I feel like you just light up the room. This person just thinks that you light up the room. Can we clarify the 5 of Wands, please? Who is constantly thinking of pile number 1? We have the 3 of Wands. This is someone who potentially feels like you might have slipped through their fingers because they didn't notice what was right in front of their faces this entire time. It's like, I didn't notice who you were to me or how I felt about you until it felt like it was too late or there was some type of separation. Again, it may not be in complete separation at this time either, so please take that as it resonates to your situation, because I am dealing with the collective energy. Who is this person? But they feel like they didn't act quickly enough towards you, and they let you slip through their fingers. They could also feel like maybe you overlooked them, or maybe you didn't notice them either in the past in this connection. And if you are current friends, they feel like you don't see them perhaps in the light that they see you, and that sets, they don't see things clearly or objectively, but they assume that you don't feel the same way. And that assumption is what's going to do them in if they continue to allow it to affect their ability to express themselves to you. Who is this person who can't stop thinking about you? Virgo energy here with the Hermit. It feels like a very strong crush situation too for someone watching. It's like, I've been focused on you. Don't even realize that they're watching you, but they've been watching you. And we have the Emperor. Taurus. Who is this person? We have the beautiful sunshine. Here is the Two of Swords, and we have the Four of Pentacles. So this person, there's a definite energy of water element here, but there's also earth energy, a lot of fire, and I feel like some of the fire element could be coming from the Divine Feminine, but take that as it resonates to your situation. It can, of course, be reversed. The energy can be reversed here. We have this Two of Swords with the Four of Pentacles. They don't feel seen by you. And they're afraid to express themselves to you because they're afraid of the rejection that they're almost positive will come, because you are on an entirely different level. You are not in their league at all. They think that you are out of their league, but they are expressing, you know, the fact that there's a divine counterpart here, but it's like we're on different levels. You're way higher. If you're the Divine Feminine in this scenario, you are way on a different level than they are. And you just light up their room, but they're so intimidated by you almost because they think that you have everything. It's like you are a 10. They think of you as a 10, and they're really emotionally guarded. But this is somebody that they feel like if they were lucky enough to be able to get your attention, that they would be on cloud 9. They would just feel like the king of the castle. They would be on cloud 9 if they could just get you to feel the same way. But they're afraid to reveal themselves to you. They're afraid to unmask and tell you how they feel because they don't know what the reception will be like. And I feel like they have thought about expressing something to you. They've thought about telling you how they feel. They've given it a lot of thought, and that's why they think about you so much, is because they're trying to figure out how to navigate their feelings and how to approach you with how they feel. So they're trying to make a plan. They're trying to make a plan to come towards you, but they're really struggling with these thoughts in their mind of, is it even worth the effort? Will there be expansion here? If I put the effort in, am I just going to be rejected? So this Emperor is kind of guarding himself, but he has like a lot of focus towards intent as well. Who is constantly thinking about you? We have orphan, somebody who feels lost, somebody who feels left behind. There's an abandonment energy with this orphaned card. And they knew that they should have acted at a certain time with you, I feel, but it's like all of a sudden time slipped away. Because I feel like they were afraid of revealing themselves, and they may be afraid of revealing themselves now as well. We have a change in the wind. It's reversed. So somebody is hoping for change, but also fearful of change. It's like, be careful what you wish for. It just might happen. But this is somebody who sort of lies in the background potentially as well, because we have this zebra energy. And it's sort of someone who is aware of you. They're watching you. So they're not just thinking about you. They could be watching you from a distance as well. And it's like this is a energy that they carry with them everywhere. They carry their feelings for you everywhere that they go. What are some of the thoughts that they have? This person that is constantly thinking about pile one. What are some of their thoughts that they have? That they're dissipating, that they're waiting around for shifts and changes. It's like nothing has changed for me. I'm right where you left me. And they do sort of feel like their life is passing them by. They could be foregoing even other opportunities because they're so focused on you. Because even here with the Four of Cups, it's like Spirit could bring them new opportunities all day long, but they wouldn't see it because they're so focused on the loss of you. Balance. And the Balance card talks about how they are trying to be patient amidst the wait here. They could be even trying to maintain a certain persona within your connection. If you aren't in disconnect with this person, if you are in a current friendship, they could be trying to maintain this type of persona, even though it's like both of you could be very well aware of each other's feelings. It's like trying to maintain the appearances in this situation is not leaving anybody satisfied, is basically the point with this card. And we have the Miracle card as well on the back of this deck. It's like they refuse to give up the hope of the potential. No matter how many times they've kicked themselves or how unsure of themselves they are, they can't give up hope that somewhere down the road there could be potential for this connection. What are some of their thoughts of pile number one, please? What does this person constantly think about when it comes to pile one? We have peace. Dissolving unwanted or disturbed thoughts. And some of those thoughts are the loneliness that they experience because of the lack of this connection in their life. And this peace card is really a testament to the amount of thought that goes into you. And that's what this reading is all about, is who is constantly thinking about you, who has you on their mind right this moment. And they almost think that they think about you too much. It's like it's becoming a bit of an issue in their experience and in how they perceive their experience. They think that it's infiltrating their thought process all of the time. We also have here Sacred Heart, Passion, Love, and Spiritual Communion. This is somebody that feels like they are connected to you in some type of spiritual way, and they do sort of think that they pick up on your energies, or they wonder if you pick up on their energies. We also have Harmony, Power, Self-Confidence, and Protection. Back of the deck says Moonlight Goddess, Repressed Emotions, Healing, and Reflection. And this is someone that did repress themselves. As I said, they tamed those, they didn't have enough courage to move things along in the past of this connection. And that has now come back to kind of haunt them, that decision, or the lack of that action has come back to haunt them. What are some of their current thoughts of pile one? What does this person constantly think about when they think about pile number one, please? We have here, your family won't like me. And I dream about you a lot, but probably too much. They wonder if the thoughts of you are too frequent. They wonder what it says about them and about their personality if they think about you too much. Your family won't like me card. That card speaks to me about third party. So I don't know if there was third party in the past of this connection potentially, or you could currently have a partner, or this person could currently have a partner. They have a low expectation of how they will be received. We have wrongful advice. They feel like they made a lot, this person feels like they made a lot of mistakes, and I feel like they go over those mistakes quite a bit. It's a bit of again, it's a bit of a problem in their life. Please give me time. I've never felt like this before. We also have the Sex with You card. Now, it doesn't feel like this person ever had an opportunity to have that with you, if I'm honest. That's what it really feels like. It feels the Ace of Wands reversed on the back of this deck, and that talks about delays and frustrations. And this is perhaps what sort of spurs all of this thought, all of this desire, all of this want for expansion as well, because we started with this Five of Wands, which is talking about insecurities, fears. It's almost a lusty type of energy too, because I often think about like young bucks that are running in a field trying, it's like competition for something. And this person feels like there's been a lot of delays in being able to explore this connection further. What are their current thoughts of you? What are their constant thoughts of pile number one, please? I want to make you my spouse one day, but this is taking forever. And they really do kind of wish that they could match their frequency with yours. They really want to, they think that the two of you would make a really great partnership, this person. I'm missing you right this second. I am keeping tabs on you. So this person is watching you, as I said, from afar with that zebra energy. Hiding in plain sight, perhaps. Are you still angry? So there could have been conflict in the connection when in the past of this connection. We also have you make me hot on the back of the deck. Who is constantly thinking about pile number one, please? What are some of their thoughts? Some of their secret thoughts. I'm different than you remember. I've evolved, I've grown, I've matured. So a time delay may be in place here. And so this person may be from your past. No one knows that I think about you. And I will say this too, this is a message that is not for everyone, so please take it as it relates to your situation. But the Two of Swords, this Four of Pentacles, can speak to a situation where there's an indecision. And there's an indecision because I'm trying to protect what I've built. So there could be third party here. So take that as it resonates to your situation. Do you miss us the way that I miss us? We have you take my breath away. And I'm watching you. I'm watching you from the outside. The back of your deck says, I am forever yours. It's like no matter what the situation may be, this Emperor, this Empress, that energy will always be united in some type of way. So this person thinks about you a lot because they are emotionally invested in this connection from the past. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number one. What can you tell us about this person who is always thinking about pile one, please? Will they make themselves known? Will they come forward and reveal their thoughts to pile one? Missed the bowl for that one. We have the Six of Cups reversed. We have, whoops, we have the Five of Cups reversed, and we have the Four of Swords. So you can expect more of a delay from this person because they're grappling with reality and their version of it versus the truth of the situation. And the Five of Cups in the reverse position talks about a new hope coming in, recovery after loss, but it comes after a period of rest and reflection, because right now they are sort of, they have the connection cast in a very rosy light, and they're allowing that rosiness of that light almost to sort of stop them in their tracks. There's a fear associated. The Six of Cups reversed is like, am I thinking unrealistically about this? Are these feelings mutual? Do I have unrealistic expectations, and am I living in a past type of reality? And that's the sort of thing that they're grappling with. So I feel like they may not come forward in a very timely way to reveal themselves because they have work to do on their own awareness and reflections. We have here E. We also have Our Lady in the bowl. We have Mary with the Sacred Heart of Mary, talking about compassion, talking about, again, a water element here. There's also motherhood associated with the Empress and with Our Lady here. So I don't know if you could be a parent. This person could be a parent. We have the Dolphin playfulness. So this is someone that you could have really flirted with. They could have a really great laugh as well. We have the Hand of Hasma and Aries. We also have the Knight of Swords a Christmas present, so December could be significant to this person. The Knight of Swords is talking about this person's desire to charge in with information. This could be somebody too that was very sort of spoke before they thought, or is really reckless with what they say. We also have these starfish, healing from perceived losses or pieces of ourselves. All right, group number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated with your situation. And if it did, I would love to hear your story in the comments section. If you know who this person is, I would love for you to hit your notification bell and your like button, because it helps me to bring you more content. And I would love for you to check out my Etsy account for a personal reading if you feel called to, or even my Instagram account, because I offer a chance to win a free mini read over there. But I really hope that you come back here for another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Take care. Hello everybody. In pile number 2, you are drawn to the yellow jasper, or to this fire card here, the fire element. And this is your reading. Who is constantly thinking about you? Who is thinking about you right this second? And what are some of their thoughts? Now, you could be attracted to the fire card because you are a fire sign, or you have fire elements within your chart, or perhaps this person does. But this particular card, this particular oracle card, talks about how focused this person's thoughts are of you, how intense that they are. It talks about passion and drive and the desire to create something with you. And sometimes these emotions can almost be too much or feel a little bit overwhelming or scary. Some of the thoughts that they have may be a little bit overwhelming or scary as well for them. So let's take a look at this energy and see who is constantly thinking about you. Who is thinking about you right this moment? There's a lot of jealousy associated with the thoughts that they have for you too. So this could mean that you have a reason that for them to be jealous. You could be in another relationship, or it's just that's how all consuming their thoughts of you are. It's a little bit obsessive. I can't even deny that it feels a little bit obsessive. We have the Temperance card and the 7 of Cups. I feel like time has not dulled this person's focus on you. I don't think that options or opportunities have dulled their focus on you, because they're fantasizing about you all of the time. And they have to sort of maintain in this realm of fantasy, because I feel like they are really confused about how you feel about the situation, because all they have to go on is the intensity that they feel. Who is constantly thinking? And you can even see here, there's the 5 of Swords. You can even see here that her hair looks like a beautiful butterfly. It's like that's the thought process too. That's one of the thoughts that they constantly think about, is transformation, and how eager they are for that. It's like a burning desire inside of them. 5 of Swords. Now, there's a jealousy component to this fire element as well. And now this 5 of Swords is talking about conflict. Internal conflict that these thoughts perhaps bring to them or their situation. There's the 3 of Swords reversed. So there could be third party here. We also have the Judgment card. And the Judgment card as well is another card that speaks about the constant thought process and how they do go over your connection over and over and over in their mind. There is almost like an apology that wants to come forward, or it's like that's what they don't act on these thoughts because otherwise they would have to apologize for something, or it would cause a situation that would wreak havoc for you, wreak havoc for them, or anybody involved. 4 of Swords, yeah. So their minds are on you all of the time. Back of the deck is the 10 of Pentacles. So somebody in this connection could actually be in a third party, as I keep saying. There could be an actual foundation or family in place. 7 of Pentacles. And all time does, they say that, time heals all. All that time is doing here is fanning the flame higher and higher. Absence in this case is definitely making the heart grow fonder. And this person, it feels like they are in pain because of this separation. We have the Knight of Cups. It's just like that Pink song. I keep hearing that Pink song where there is I don't even know I don't know the lyrics by heart, but something about Where there is a spark, there's bound to be a flame. Where there's a flame, someone's bound to get burned. And there's that Five of Wands. Insecurity, they think about, they're very insecure, they're very jealous over your position, or perhaps they are really sorry about their own position. So please take that as it resonates. If you know who this person is, they could be the ones in the third party, because it's almost like they're apologetic about their position and they wish that they could change it in some way. We have the Eight of Swords reversed, and that's what they really focus upon. They fantasize and they think about liberation from whatever's holding them back, and liberation from the intensity of the feelings too, because it can't be a comfortable thing to be always lit up inside. You know, it can't be comfortable to feel that burning sensation all of the time, and they do want transformation to happen, and they need it to happen for themselves, even to give them some sort of peace about it. We have the Strength card, Leo energy. Back of the deck is the Three of Cups. And now we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Three of Cups can talk about friendship. So this could be a friend from your past that wants to return to you. And they did not want to leave it in friendship. They did not want to leave it in that realm at all. And this is somebody who is in disconnect from you at this time because they wish that they could have a rebirth. And look at the Death card, a phoenix rising out of the ashes. They want to revisit what could have been in this connection. But this is someone who potentially has a lot of responsibilities on their shoulders right now, or they feel restricted. And they're almost apologetic about their own position. And it's not that they are, it's not even that they are necessarily going to try to shake that position anytime soon, but they are definitely reflecting upon the mistakes that got them here, and they are reflecting upon the strength that's going to require of that, or the strength that is required of them to exercise the patience that they feel is still needed in this connection before there's an opportunity for new beginnings or rebirths here, because they feel like they have to sort of wrap up responsibilities first, this person. Who is constantly thinking about pile number 2? A ghost from your past, and there's somebody that haunts them. Somebody that haunts, that you haunt, that your memory haunts. So this is someone from your past that doesn't want to stay in your past. And this could be far, like this could be a long time ago as well for someone watching. And there's the volcano. Where there's fire, someone's bound to get burned. We have the chicken on the back of the deck, which always makes me kind of giggle because they are fearful of stepping outside of their comfort zone. With the Strength card, it's like they know what they should have done in the past and how they should have handled this connection. They understand now because of all this reflection and the thought that they've had over you. They've had no choice but to gain epiphanies about the mistakes that they made. And so they are, you know, really wishing for renewals and new romances with you. This person dreams about that, fantasizes about that. And they kick themselves for making mistakes. They kick themselves for letting fear reign paramount. And they're still kicking themselves for allowing that to continue in the future, because the Strength card is showcasing that they're still afraid to step outside of the realm that they're sitting in right now to make contact to you, or make their thoughts, at least to you, known. Who is constantly thinking about pile 2, and what are some of their thoughts, please? We have the Yang, the Divine Masculine. And again, so much fire. This Ace of Wands energy of the spark that starts everything. It's like normally a spark will fizzle out with time, but because this person keeps breathing more and more life into that spark with all of this thought of you, it's just fueling it higher and higher and higher until the pressure mounts to a point where they feel like they're going to explode. Because the truth is that they're very loyal to this connection, and they feel like it is, the intensity of their thought must be evidence to them is evidence to them of a soul contract or a twin flame type of bond here. Who is constantly thinking about pile number 2? We have here isolation. All dressed up and nowhere to go. And somebody who perhaps has to maintain appearances despite their feelings for you. But someone who is very lonely for you. And that's another thing that sort of fuels the flame for them, is the sadness that they feel. And that the sadness that they're almost sure that you may feel too, for some reason. It's like they're convinced that the two of you feel similarly. We have joy. Joy could be an actual name that is associated with this connection, but does not have to be, obviously. Some of the thoughts that they have for you, though, is about how happy you did make them, or how you light up a room. And they with the joy card, it's always a reflection from spirit or a suggestion from spirit on how to plant positive seeds here during these reflections that they seem to be having of you all the time. We have grief at the back of the deck. And this particular card adds to that friendship theme because it feels like they've lost like their best friend, the most important friend that they'll ever have. And this has enveloped them in sadness. This has enveloped them. And I feel like some of their sadness, they're becoming more aware, like through these reflections, it's allowing them more awareness that gives them a little bit of peace from that. But some of it envelops them and they can't see the peace that lies on the other side. But that's why the joy card came out. And there's the abundance card, because our expectation of what can be holds so much weight to what can be. Because nothing changes if nothing changes. And if we're willing to put the effort into shifts and changes, then momentum can be gained. What are some of their current thoughts of you? What do they constantly think about when they are thinking about pile 2, please? Not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding, boundaries. It's like they feel stuck. They feel like they can't act towards you. They have to suppress themselves because they desperately want the transformation, but they're worried. It says endings bring new beginnings, growth, liberation, transition. And I feel like there is somebody in this connection who has transitioned into a third party. So and I feel like even though there's so much jealousy and desire, it could be this person that's stuck in some type of karmic connection. We have karmic relationship on the back of the deck. Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, trying to let go, but still loving you amidst this process. What are their current thoughts of pile 2, please? What do they think about when they're always thinking about pile 2? You consume my thoughts. And it's like, being consumed by these flames. Lights them up inside. Overwhelms them. As I said, it almost feels like to the point of pain. No one knows I think about you, so having to wear a mask. You drive me crazy. Past life connection. It says, I'm coming forward with an offer, but it did come out in the reverse position, and I don't feel like they are. I feel like they're taming that desire inside of them to come forward, at least at this time. Spirit says that reunions may be possible for some of you watching, but it's going to take longevity. It's going to take some patience on your part before this rebirth is possible for us. But they do want that. They do want a new beginning. What are their constant, persistent thoughts of pile 2, please? What are they constantly thinking about? I wouldn't make the same mistake twice. I've learned my lesson. All of these reflections, all of these thoughts have taught them how to sever themselves from their own fear. It's like, if I know exactly what I would do if I was given the chance again, if I could have a do-over. They know exactly what they would do, and they claim that they would tame those fears inside of themselves and not let this situation turn into what it has turned into. I remember every detail of you. The attraction is undeniable. This feels impossible, but I can't let go. And, you know, even with the beginning message of the Fire card about how sometimes it hurts. Sometimes the obsession, it becomes like an obsessive type of energy and it hurts. You are like a breath of fresh air to tame the fire inside. And I should be satisfied with what I have, but I'm not. Back of the deck says, I made a lot of mistakes in this connection. Let's get a couple more message cards about their current feelings for you before we do your charm bowl group 2. So how does this person currently feel right this moment? What are their current thoughts, their current persistent thoughts for pile 2, please? I'm afraid to look bad, so my reputation is really important to me. And it does feel like it's this person who could have the third party. You give me mixed signals. In the past of this connection, I feel like there could have been a cat and mouse game happening between the two of you. Within a friendship dynamic, perhaps. And it's like, we always think we have more time. You know, we always think we have more time to explore, we think that people will wait forever. I would do anything for you. And in this case, that the lesson that comes along with that, the awareness, hits hard and is a difficult lesson to learn. I'm making plans. I'm making plans for us. But I didn't want you to rely on me. I feel like this person may already have people who do rely on them very heavily. I was the happiest I've ever been. It's like memories of you remind them about what emotional happiness felt like, and they feel like you are the source of that, that you could be the person that brings them emotional happiness. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 2. My light just went out in the middle. Pile number 2, please. The future of this connection. Will this person make themselves known to pile number 3? Will they come forward to reveal these thoughts that they have persistently? I missed the bowl. We have here 7 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. They're all sideways in the bowl. None of them are upright. And I've been paying a lot more attention. Spirit's been asking me to pay a lot more attention to the way cards are placed, to the way that they fall. And there is like a very strong stagnation that's sort of fueling all of this desire. And it's an interesting kind of pressure that's building, because I'm almost seeing like a balloon that's filled with, and I know this is such a silly comparison, but it's like I see a balloon and it's filled with like Coke and Mentos. And it's like it can't escape because that knot's been tied, but eventually something's got to give, you know, something's going to burst if we don't do something about the pressure that's being built up. So there is an insecurity about the timing. There's also a worry about the divine timing at place here. And there's a lot of confusion that's fueling all of their desire, their confusion about how you feel, and it really affects their ability or their confidence in coming towards you. So for some of you watching, I do feel like this person wants to come towards you. Pardon my throat. But it's going to take a long time for that rebirth to open up for us. But like a phoenix out of the ashes, you know, this death card, you know, you can see this bird shooting out, bursting forth, just like a balloon that's about to explode. So contact maybe in the future, but not for some time. Or at least revelations from this person. In the charm bowl today, we have the letters G and V. Oops, upside down. We also have a tangled heart here. We have a world charm, so somebody who wishes for closure, for reunions with you. We have the iron, somebody who has a lot to get off of their chest, and that there's a lot of unfinished business between you and this person. There's things that need to be revealed. We have baby feet, so this could be somebody from your youth, or there could be current children involved. We have 2 of Pentacles, and we also have the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody who's juggling their feelings for you with other responsibilities. They see you as a valuable opportunity as well. We have a commandment from the Bible that says, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. So that could resonate with your situation. So please take that as it resonates. We have the hatchet and angels watching over us. So this is a divinely guided connection. And the hatchet is talking about someone who feels like they need to sever themselves from a situation that keeps them from you. And sometimes I feel like they almost feel like they need to sever the connection because it's very difficult for them to live with it, to live with all of this pressure building for them. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated with you. If you know who this person is, if it resonated, I would love to hear your story in the comment section. And if you do leave me a comment, please be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me, because I would love to read for you. You can also check me out on Instagram because I offer an opportunity to win a free mini read over there on a monthly basis. And I offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below. But I hope that you come back here to the Tarot Cottage for another day, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Take care. Hello, everybody. In pile number 3, you were drawn to the Rose Quartz, or perhaps to the Earth card here. And this is your reading. Who is constantly thinking about you all of the time? Who has you on their mind right this moment? The Earth element, you could be really drawn to the earth element because you yourself are an earth sign, or this person could be an earth sign. This particular card talks about slow and sure movement, a calm approach, avoiding really chaotic and unexpected actions. So this person could be sort of grounded very securely to a situation that doesn't allow them to move forward. It's like they're very sort of methodic in their thoughts of you. They're very practical when they think about you and what's possible in this connection potentially as well. So let's take a look at the tarot and see who constantly has you on their mind. Who is thinking about you all of the time? We'll look at some of their thoughts as well. But who is thinking about you all of the time? Who always has group 3 on their mind, please? So we have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Pentacles. So there's definitely an earth element here. This is somebody who is trying to exercise patience when it comes to the separation, because it feels like you two are in separation. This person, 4 of Cups. Yeah, they may be in a situation where that they feel doesn't allow them to act recklessly towards you, perhaps. We have the 6 of Swords. And we have the Death card. Back of the deck is the 6 of Wands. And there is a definite element of the hope for victory that goes along with their thought process when they think about you, this person. But the 6 of Wands is also talking about, there's the Page of Swords, is also speaking of how they may have to sort of wear masks when it comes to this connection, how they may have to pretend like they aren't really focused on you, because I feel like there is something that makes them feel so repressed from being able to create a line between their thoughts and action towards you, because they really feel like there's no hope, or it's hopeless, or they're not seeing that they have hope in the situation. So let's clarify this row. The 10 of Swords. We also have the Ace of Pentacles coming out with that. Who is constantly thinking about you? We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Fool. Who is constantly thinking about pile 3, please? We have the Knight of Swords. This could have been someone from your past that was very, they may have had a really sort of dry sense of humor that was kind of sarcastic. And they seem like a very practical energy. Like they seem like someone who, it's like when they would make jokes, or they just seem like someone whose humor seemed very dry. Like they would make a joke, and if they made a sarcastic joke, it would be a very dry joke, and they wouldn't crack a smile. Like they would be able to maintain their composure. We have the Three of Cups. We also have the Two of Swords with the Chariot. This is somebody, again, Three of Cups has been a theme over all three piles today, which is this theme of friendship or a theme of camaraderie. It's like somebody on your level. You may have went to school with this person, and you may have been friends with them or friendly with them. They may have been in your sort of friend group, perhaps. They didn't feel really necessarily seen by you during this period of time, and they are saying that they feel like you or they, collectively, perhaps both of you, made mistakes, chose poorly. So this person's thought is that they chose poorly, but because they're a practical type of energy, they seem to be like a real realist. They're trying to release they're trying to release some of the negative feelings that they have. They're trying to see the opportunity within it. And I know that's strange, but it's like they're cast out with this Five of Pentacles, and they recognize that they put themselves there. The key is on this side of the door. They recognize that they put themselves there, and they're a little bit, with the Ten of Swords, with this Four of Cups, there's a hopelessness that sets in for them. But instead of allowing the hopelessness to set in, they're trying to see the opportunity that rises out of it. It's like they're trying to figure out if there is the possibility for more. It's like they're trying to cast a shiny light on the hopelessness that they feel, the powerlessness that they feel. And normally I would say that the Four of Cups is like, if you feel like it's powerless, then it's true. If you feel like you can create change, it's true. But for here, in this connection, I feel like they think that you are not an option for them. Perhaps because of your position, because of seeds that you've sown. It's like they feel like you have transitioned and they've lost that opportunity with you at this point. They wish and they dream about a new beginning. The Death card here particularly, you can see it's like a rebirth. It's not about a real death. It's about a rebirth. It's about new beginnings. And that's what I think their attraction to you keeps that spark alive inside of them. Because I feel like they're not the type to fall into an emotional despair, this person. They're not that type. Have they been thrust to that space even momentarily because of this connection? Yes, they have. But they're not that type to stay there. And so they don't want to give up. It's like you leave a spark, or they feel your energy in some way. They don't want to give up that hope, even though their logic tells them that they've already sort of missed the chance here. But this person feels like they have a lot that they wish that they had expressed to you. And they felt like they didn't recognize what was sitting right in front of them. That awareness wasn't there, and they didn't leap in time when it came to you and your connection. And they wish they had made different choices here. But the practical nature of this person is telling them to keep being patient, keep moving forward, keep sowing seeds. I feel like there could be a third party here for someone in this connection, not necessarily both of you, and that's definitely not for everyone watching. But for some reason, they feel like you're unattainable to them. Who keeps constantly thinking about pile number 3, please? We have the Creature's Paw coming out with the Future card. We also have here the Perspective card. Back of the deck is the Braid. And the braid on the back of this deck is talking about the opinion of others and surviving those opinions, which often leads me to the conclusion with the Three of Cups that there could be third party here for you or for this person, because somebody doesn't feel like they have the wiggle room to step outside of their position because they're worried about the opinions of other people and other people judging them. And there's the Snail in reverse, which really gums up the work, really slows things down. And there is this air of impatience with the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Creature card speaks to friendship, speaks to being sort of found out as well. It talks about forgiveness, as forgiveness for the situation, forgiveness for not acting towards you the way that I should have, not being open and honest and direct. And the other message that comes with the creature's paw is the other, being the other person, being like a third wheel type of energy. So that there definitely feels like there is complications here that don't allow us to have a sure future, a sure rebirth that can be guaranteed to us. And I feel like that's this person's practical nature is trying to prepare themselves for that and not to act recklessly, because there is such an insecure air around this whole connection. This perspective card, you can see that there's this bird that's already flown the coop. There's somebody holding on to a rose of hope. She's looking at a younger version of herself and she's watching herself age. So there's this longevity associated with the disconnect here too. So this person's been thinking about you a lot for a long time. But again, they're taking responsibility too. They're taking responsibility for the position as it stands and their part in the way things in this connection are right this moment. They're taking responsibility for that. They're saying, I weaved my own destiny in this case. And I've gained a lot of perspective now because of the time. But I'm still worried about other people's opinions. You may be worried about other people's opinions too, if you know who this person is. And some of you really do know who this person is. They may be on your mind as much as you're on their mind. Because there's a sense of duality here with the future card. There's two tentacles coming out. This one has a cracked egg of potential. And they're both have these suckers, you know, that the tentacles have these suckers that talk about, you know, ties to the past and how both of you are still curious about what the future could hold, what could come about. So it's a spark that still lies for you too, I feel. What are some of the thoughts that this person has, and who is this person that's constantly thinking about pile number 3, please? Oops. We have the time for a nap. And there's definitely a stagnancy and an inaction right this moment, even though there's the desire to reach out to you. And this 4 and a 2 equaling a 6 is talking about the fantasy that goes into all of the dreams. You infiltrate their dreams. The moon is this symbol of reflection. I feel like their dreams are where they can have the freedom to explore the connection further. And I think that that's sort of a safe place that they like to escape to as well. We have new life. Someone in this connection has a new life. Perhaps both of you have moved forward into new connections. But it's this new life that creates the complication. Back of the deck says clean it up, cleaning out all of the obstacles. Cleaning it up also includes our thought process though, and seeing things in an objective way instead of being blinded by our own fears and insecurities. And that's what all of this thought towards you has attempted to accomplish, or that's what they are sort of convincing themselves that all of this thought is trying to accomplish, is clarity over their feelings, over you, clarity over how they feel right this moment in their current connection, if they're in one, or their current state, if right this moment in your connection. What are some of their current thoughts? What do they secretly think about when they are obsessing over pile 3, please? We have kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love with you. And we also have love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. So as practical as they sort of come out of the gate, and how they don't really let the emotions sink in for too long, the awareness that they've come to throughout all of this thought is the fact that they are in love, that they do have these intense feelings for you, and that they wish that they could express them, but they don't feel like they're enough, not enough, frustrated in their current relationship, frustrating in this relationship because of a lack of confidence, self-sabotage, their fear and ego issues, and jealousy. What are some of the current feelings that pile 3 has? Current thoughts and feelings towards pile 3, please. I'm getting back on my feet, and And the Hanged Man talks about a surrender to the way things are. A surrender to their current position. A surrender to what's happening in this connection. It's like they're trying to make the best out of a crappy situation. Let's talk about sex, baby. But the Hanged Man also talks about how they don't feel like they're able to move forward in this connection either. It's like I'm hung up. I'm stuck from being able to have the experiences with you that I really want to have. And they do focus on a lot of physical desires within their fantasies and their thoughts of you, but they're afraid of the opinions of others. They're afraid to look bad. That's the Six of Wands. Whoops. I'm weighing out my options, trying to be practical about the options that I have. The Two of Pentacles talks about juggling my responsibilities with my feelings for you. Sometimes that juggling can include another person. And we have, this is all I have to give. It's like I don't have much to give. This person doesn't feel like they have a lot to offer except for these thoughts. It's like it's easier to just fantasize than to apply any of this thought. And so I have nothing to give except for these thoughts. And you're the one who cut me out. So you may have been the one, the person watching may have been the one who created the boundary in the first place or created the separation for some way. There's also this feeling with the Queen of Swords of like waiting for you to make a move, wishing that you could be the aggressor in the situation. Back of the deck says, I was meant for you. We should be together. We could have had it all. Whoops. What are their current thoughts for pile number 3, please? What do they constantly think about when it comes to pile number 3? Have you forgotten all about me? Because I spend a lot of time daydreaming about you. Too much thought. They feel like it's obsessive. It's too much. I have no right to, but I get so jealous over you. And they feel like they have no right to because I feel like they themselves are hung up. It's like they have an inability to commit to you because they may already be committed. But nobody compares. No one compares to you. The breakup was bad. I'm still healing. And here, you know, this card says you're the one that cut me out. So for someone watching, you may have been the one, again, to sever the connection. Soulmates, is that what this is? There could also be currently with this breakup card, I'm getting a secondary message from Spirit about their apathy in their current situation, how they are getting back on their feet. They may be embarking on a brand new journey here in life. They may have recently ended something in their life and are now healing throughout that process. And there's new opportunities avoided or awarded to them because of that shift and change. But they require time because they're just trying to get back on their feet. And perhaps they don't want to rush too much there. And that's bringing me right back to this Earth card, talking about not wanting to be reckless in my actions, wanting to take things slowly. So they may be planning an approach. That's not for everyone watching, but it's definitely for someone watching. They may be planning an approach towards you. We have you deserve better than this. And they may not want to rush into it because they're still worried about the opinions of other people. We have a wake-up call. Sometimes we don't realize what we have until it has walked away, just like that Passenger song says. We don't miss the light until it's burning low. Back of the deck says, do you want me to? Let's get a charm bowl for you, group number 3. Who is constantly thinking about you in the bowl? Will this person make themselves known to group number 3? So in the bowl with the tiny tarot, we're going to ask that question. Will this person come forward and make themselves known that they are constantly thinking about pile number 3? We have the Ten of Wands. They have a lot of burdens on their shoulders right this moment. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse position. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands both sort of sideways in this sort of stagnated energy. And it's interesting because we have the Hanged Man right in the center as well, which is showcasing that I don't want to say well, no, it's a stagnation, but it's showcasing this inability to move forward in the situation, because the masculine in this connection has a lot of jealousy towards you, but their position may not allow them to kind of have any follow through. They have a lot of responsibilities on their shoulders, and they don't know what lies beyond this opportunity with you, so they may not follow through with any kind of action towards you. But for someone watching, I feel like there is the possibility that this person does want to come towards you, but they're trying to take their time so that it doesn't look bad. The situation doesn't look poorly on them. We have a lot in the bowl today here, group 3. We have the Tree of Life talking about a foundation that could be in place. We also have a little fawn. So children could be a factor, but I also feel like there is a connection to childhood here. We have the Infant Jesus of Prague. Children could be a current factor in this relationship too. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. And there seems to be some sort of upheaval that this person may have experienced recently. We have the swans. They're the soulmate swans. They mate for life. We have a commandment from the Bible that says, thou shalt not steal, not wanting to create conflict or chaos in your situation, or vice versa. We have give the girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world, Marilyn Monroe. We have always, and I love you, infinity. So I love you with the strength energy. It's like, please be patient. We have the butterfly of transformation. We have an apple, which is talking about hunger and desire and focus upon you. And we also have the Pegasus here, talking about, it's a chariot charm for me, which is about choice and decision, having to make a decision. But it's like a decision that I've already made. This horse is in flight. So it's like I know what I want emotionally, but now it's just practical concerns and fear that I have to overcome in order to go towards what I want. And a lot of this fear has a lot of ties to other people's expectations and opinions. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, if you know who this person is, I would love to hear about it in the comments section. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and hit your notification bell. And if you do drop me a comment, be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading. And if you're chosen, I'll be able to notify you. I also offer a chance to win a free mini read over on Instagram, and that link is below. And I offer a personal reading options on my Etsy account, and that link is below as well. But I hope that you come back here to visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.